What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez, back with another Prize Picks video for you for the Thursday, January 26th, six-game NBA slate. Not a whole lot on the Prize Picks board right now. You know the drill. You know these props don't drop, and so most of these games are final. But what we do have on the board are Knicks, Bulls, Celtics props. Not all the props, but quite a few of them. Been doing a little research, and I have five. Let's say I got five early looks at some player props for you, just to get us started, and then we'll have a deeper dive later on tomorrow, later on Thursday afternoon. Try to get that video posted a little earlier, and hopefully I can get that done tomorrow. So, and not have it post around 4 o'clock Central Time. Try to get that posted around noon, just to give everybody a little bit more time to check it out and to help it with their research and analysis. So, without further ado, let's just jump into this Celtics and Knicks game. My eyes immediately go to the rebound department, and I got three rebound props out of this one game that I like. Now, I'm not going to play all these guys in the same lineup, but Julius Randle over 11.5, Tatum over 8, and then Horford over 5.5. So let's check out what these gentlemen have been doing in terms of rebounds, and then you'll see why I like these props. So Julius Randle has just been on another level. It feels like the last 2 months. He's just been crushing his rebounds. I mean, putting up double-digit rebounds. With Mitchell Robinson in the lineup, without Mitchell Robinson in the lineup. If you're interested in seeing what he's done without Mitchell Robinson in the lineup, check it out. The sample size is not that big this season. He's only played, I say this season, I meant like in January, like this year. He's only played one game without Mitchell Robinson, and he put up 13 rebounds. The other 3 games came in November, where he put up 9, 8, and 10. But if we jump out of this, and actually I just realized this should be set to all. There you go. So he has 2 games without Mitchell Robinson in January, 19 and 13 rebounds. But then you can see all the games without Mitch going back to November. Still putting up some double-digit performances there. If you want to get super granular with it and go to the away games, still looks pretty good, right? Without Mitch in there, but with all available, I mean, he's just been on another level. He's just been on another level. Celtics defense is not that good against rebounding bigs like Randall, so I do like his chances of coming down with 12, 13, 14 rebounds. Take a quick look at what centers have been able to do against the Boston Celtics. I mean, double digits down the line. Bam with 15, Carter Jr. with 11, Looney with 12, Plumlee with 12. Then he had so much fun on the 14th. He came back on the 16th and dropped 12. So 28 rebounds between 2 games from Mason Plumlee. Nick Richards. Something called Nick Richards for the Charlotte Hornets. I think I have a few of his rookie cards. They sprinkle those in there. Put up 6 rebounds. Vooch put up 13. So yeah, Celtics are having trouble stopping those bigs from grabbing boards. So I like Julius Randle's chance to grab 12, 13, 14 boards tomorrow. So sticking in the same game, let's check out Jason Tatum's rebound prop. Now, I know I played this the other day, and he had 6. It was very disappointing because he ended the half with 6, then ended the game with 6. Didn't get another rebound the rest of the game. However, he bounced back against Miami the very next night and put up 14 rebounds. He grabbed 14 rebounds. So 20 rebounds in 2 games for Jason Tatum. And his numbers speak for themselves. He is being propped he's being propped for his rebounds like he was a center. Centers get propped 8.5 and up in terms of rebounds. So he is getting rebound lines like he was a power forward, like in the paint, or a center. So he's proven he can do it. I think he could do it again against a defense that will be without Mitchell Robinson. And I think he can atone for his sin on the 23rd and give us 9 rebounds. And then sticking on the Celtics side and looking over at Al Horford's lines, 5.5 it's set for, and you see over the last 10 games he's giving you 6, and over the last 5 games he's giving you just a touch over 6. So he's giving you 6 rebounds anyway. Doesn't matter. We just looked at what centers are doing to the New York Knicks, or actually, no, we didn't take a look at the center. We looked at what centers were doing against the Celtics. So centers versus the New York Knicks: Jared Allen with 12, Brook Lopez with 7, Capella returning from his injury gave him 9 rebounds, and Mobley had 7. So I know it doesn't look all that appealing, but all these guys would have hit Al Horford's prop of 5.5. So keep that in mind. And if you want to go over to forwards, bit of a longer list of names here, but again, we need 5.5 rebounds. So there you go, right there. Kyle Kuzma with 7, 6 for Livers, Isaiah Livers, Sadiq Bey, Isaiah Stewart, all had over 5.5. Scotty Barnes, Precious Achua, Siakam, Avija, Kuzma, Porzingis, Okongwu, Barnes. I mean, come on. All these guys are going over 5.5. Horford needs 6 rebounds to clear this, and he's sneaky good. He's still got it. He's older. He's still got it. He's sneaky. He can still get you 5-6 rebounds a game. He can still chip in on multiple levels in the game. So I like Al Horford over on his rebound props. So those are your 3 rebound props from the first game, the Celtics and the Knicks. I have I'm going to cover 1 point prop for you, and then 1 PRA, 1 point prop, and then one prop, like, or one player across the board with his props, inclusive of fantasy score. Now that I'm thinking about it. And all right, so we're talking about points now. He's not on the board right now. That's right. But let's go over to props.cash and check out that Phoenix Dallas game. And I want to talk a little bit about Mikal Bridges over on his points of 17.5. So Mikal Bridges has been really keeping things going without Chris Paul. And even with Chris Paul back in the lineup, Chris Paul came back on the 22nd. You can see his point prop there, or his point line there, 22 and 14. Well, even with Chris Paul back in the lineup, didn't stop Mikal Bridges from hitting 24 and 18 in these 2 games. Chris Paul is back, but Devin Booker's still out. Crowder's still out. Who else? Cam Payne is still out. Ayton's questionable. So a lot of people are missing from this rotation. So Mikal Bridges has to score. He has to step up. He has to be the 1B to Chris Paul's 1A. Or maybe Mikal Bridges is 1A now. I don't know. But anyway, he's giving you a lot of production in the points department. And I also want you to take a look at his points and assists. Looks good, right? Looks real good. Looks real good against this Dallas defense, especially. So without Book on the floor, Mikal Bridges is having himself a nice little time. And let's see what this looks like without Book. So taking Book out of the lineup here, you can see that his line, I mean, all his production is coming with Devin Booker off the floor. So that is his sample size. So I really like the way that looks. Super early look at all this stuff. But this one really stood out to me, and you can just see what other players in this position have done in the points and assist department. Look at that. Just green down the, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 check marks in a row. So yeah, early look, but I like Mikal Bridges over points and assists. And then I said I had one person for you, one guy for you, one player for you, in terms of like across the board. I like everything I see, and that's gonna be Nick Claxton. So yeah, let's start with points and assists. Like, Nick Claxton has been just killing it. I like this guy a lot, man. He's long, he's strong, he doesn't back down. He got in Joel Embiid's face today. He was talking shit. I mean, this kid doesn't back down from anything, and I like his style of play. He's just like a big, lanky ass a big ass lanky center that can like run the floor and do a lot of great things. So I like his I like his position tomorrow against a really, really bad Detroit defense. Points and assists look real good. His assist line alone looks pretty good. If it's set to 1.5, I like the way that looks. His rebounds look okay. I mean, he's not, it's not as green as the other ones, but 9.5, he needs 10 rebounds. Can he do it? Yeah, he can do it. But can he also not do it? Yeah, he can also not show it. But Kevin Durant's still out the lineup. Remember that. So, not that they play the same position, but Nick Claxton will just get more opportunity as a result of KD not being in the lineup. We go over to his points. Okay, 5 of 5. What? Look at that. I mean, double digit points in 5 straight games, averaging 14.8 over the last 10. If his point prop comes out tomorrow and it's below 14.5, you smash that. But if it's at 14.5, I still feel very comfortable with that. And then if you look at his PRA, let's look at the last 5 games. Pretty strong, right? But look at these lines. Like if his line's set to 26.5, I mean, he's putting up 24, 22. He's right there. He's right there. And again, factor in this defense, how bad this defense is. And if this defense is also going to be without Isaiah Stewart. Is Isaiah Stewart going to be out tomorrow? Doesn't look like he is. Bagley's out, so one less big in the front court. Blocks and steals. Okay, this guy's a block and steal maven. He's giving you 4 blocks and steals over the last 5 and 10 games. That's fantasy production. That's 12 points. If you ever have trouble figuring out like who you want to roll with fantasy points, I mean, you can look at the points and rebounds and assists and do the math like we've been doing over these last few videos. But also, if you get somebody who is putting up, massive production in the steals and blocks category, if they're getting you 3 to 4 stocks a game, I mean, do the math. That's 9, that's 12, that's 15 extra points that this person got without scoring the basket, grabbing a rebound, or getting or dishing out an assist. And that just, oh man, I mean, you want to talk about an accelerator for fantasy score? Blocks and steals will do that. And then we can look at turnovers and turning the ball over 2 times a game, right? So real quick, we want to look at his like points and just add all this stuff up and see if he'd be a good play for a fantasy score. All right, so look, 19 points there, 15 points there. That's 34, 17 between the two. So 17 points average there. Rebounds, he's grabbing you 20, so that's 10, that's 12, that's 32 fantasy points right there. Or excuse me, 17 plus 12 is 29. So 29 fantasy points there. Assists, he's getting you 2 assists. That's another 3, so that's 32 fantasy points there. Blocks and steals, that's 12 points. That's over 40. That's 42 fantasy points, I believe. And then minus his turnovers, he'll finish with 40 fantasy points. If Nick Claxton's PRA drops tomorrow and it's 26.5, I think that looks good. But if its fantasy score is in the, low 30s, mid 30s, I think you smashed that. We just did all the math, and he can give you upwards of 42, 44 fantasy points. So that's something to look at, something to keep in mind. Last bit of information I'll leave with you before I end this video is keep your eyes out for injury news coming out of LA. San Antonio is on a back-to-back. They're playing the Lakers tonight. They play the Clippers tomorrow. If Kawhi sits and if Paul George sits, I like Zubac tomorrow. I like his points. I like his rebounds. I don't know what they're going to be, but I like just the fact that those guys are not going to be on the floor. It'll open up things for Zubac. If one of them is out, it depends. But if both of those guys sit, yeah, I like Zubac tomorrow for sure. So just keep your eyes open for injury news coming out of LA. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all that I have. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel, checking this video out. Truly, truly appreciate the time you've taken today. Drop a comment below letting me know what your favorite prop on the board is. If you've already locked something in, let me know. Or if there's a player that you have your eye on and you're just waiting to see what those props are, let me know that as well in the comments below. Also, Let me know what you think about these early looks, these observations. You like them? You don't like them? Did I turn you on to something that you didn't know about in terms of like any of these props? Let me know below. Like to hear from you either way. Thank you once again for hanging out with me, chilling out with me for a few minutes tonight. And until my next video, Chavez is